we as venture capitalists see entrepreneurs who think they've got a clever idea where they can go launch some website, get a few million eyeballs, flip it for a few $1 million, make a pot of money, trying to chase what they think is a quick win. You got to figure out a way to start a company that's really going to create value. And even if you only create value for a relatively small number of companies or people, the reality, in fact, is that brilliant companies are started by brilliant teams. And even if there's a brand name individual, for every Bill Gates, there was a Paul Allen. For every Steve Jobs, there was a Steve Wozniak. So I'll tell you, one was the mission statement of a fast food company called Wendy's, and how it moves people to serve better hamburgers, I'm not clear on. Don't fiddle with these mission statements. Think instead about cutting down to the shortest possible 3 or 4 words. I mean, FedEx, we get it there tomorrow, absolutely. Right? What we look for in a team is not a team that has got the most well-crafted business plan and pitch. We look for the team that's been out there with 12 customers and is coming back with detailed feedback on the needs and requirements. Now, that's what's going to get venture capital these days. The old rule was you go out, you raise venture capital, and then you start a business. The new rule is you got to bootstrap. What we see are guys who are putting something together and they're going out to a company and they're trying to convince that company to give them some NRE, non-recurring engineering money to generate revenues before you go raise venture capital. Rule number 6 has to do with the foundation of innovation. The reality is it's about global know-how. And so, when we see a team come in the door, you've got to be global day one. It means strategic partnerships, it means channels of distribution, it may mean capital, it certainly means customers. The risk is that somebody from the outside is just going to roll right through New Zealand and crush you. Entrepreneurs would come in and they say, well, it's because we're the first movers, therefore we were going to win. But what we know is that almost always it's the fast adapter. That a company that wound up winning was not the company that invented the technology on which they won. Again, Facebook is a latecomer to social networking. Cisco didn't invent the router. Bill Gates did not invent the operating system. To pick a company, Larry Ellison did not invent relational databases. They were better at integrating innovation and taking it to the globe than the guys who came first with your marketing strategy. The old rule was, build it and they will come. And this is the standard engineer's approach. They are so enamored with the brilliance of their innovation. In the new world, everyone has to sell. The founders, from the engineers, Bill Gates, by genetic disposition, he's not what you'd think of as a sales guy. But Bill Gates was a brilliant salesman, right? Bill Gates sold an operating system to IBM. Rule number 9 has to do with the pace of change. Someone says that the pace of change is accelerating. The internet is exploding and new technologies are evolving. Any innovation takes a stunningly long amount of time for people to adopt, to change the way they're doing things, to adopt new technologies. So last rule, rule number 10, what is the source of innovation? The old rule was technology drives innovation. People trump technology. It's about people when you're starting your company and you're trying to build a team. It's about people when you're going out and talking to customers. It's easy to make, build a widget or software or whatever it is that will in fact function. It is really hard to get the people part of the problem correct.